Good morning. This is, I think, May 18th, and I have literally just gotten out of bed. Um, I'm recording my own personal healing journey just to prove to you all that I have learned how to heal and am actually in the process of doing that for myself. So I'm recording my progress over the next few months. But just to give you a little background, we're going to go backwards from this last week to 2 years ago, or even further back. The cherry on the Sunday is I broke out in herpes a few days ago after getting the flu, which I rarely ever get. The last time I was sick with anything like that was during 2021, where I was sick with COVID for 2 days. Well, actually 1 day, and then the next day I was recovering. On top of that, let's keep going backwards here. I have been going through a withdrawal from a medication called tramadol, which is a pain medication, a narcotic that I had to start taking as a result of dental work that I've been having done to remediate my bite and give me a whole new set of dental bridges. And in the course of the last 4 months, I have been through 7 different pairs of dental bridges, all of which did not fit me properly and caused extreme pain and discomfort. That was like a trip to hell. During the course of that 4-month period of time, I had a client die in my treatment room. She had a heart attack because she had run out her electrolytes. This is called bulmetic shock. So that was a little traumatic, but the recovery from that was a pretty natural, normal recovery, and I'm going to go into details about that later. I also had a really bad chemical burn at my gym, which will remain unnamed. I don't want to give them a bad reputation, but they have a chemical injector that's run by a computer, and when I went into the hot tub, I thought, gosh, it kind of smells strong in here, but sometimes if nobody's been in the room, it gets a strong smell. But I was only in the water for about 10 minutes. I looked down and my bathing suit was completely bleached out, and I thought, oh shit, my skin was kind of tingly, and I got out and I literally, the entire layer of my skin, it was like I had a chemical peel on my whole body and big blisters on my backside. Couldn't even lay down on my back for 2 weeks. So that's layers on top of all these other layers. So now you can imagine my nervous system has been completely shot, because preceding all of this, we had found out that for 2 years I was suffering from what we thought was something else, and it ended up being mold. And so we found out about a year ago that we had mold in our house, and so we were able to get the mold remediated, and I thought, oh, my symptoms are going to clear up, and they did for the most part. And due to the fact that I was able to do NAET, that's natural, it's an allergy elimination technique, and I have more information about that. You've seen it in other posts. So for this last year, that's all the stuff I've been through. I have been exhausted. I have been hardly able to sleep. I have not been able to physically exercise as I would like to, because I also have a problem going on with my hip that's related to my jaw and causes me a lot of pain there. So I've had to be very careful about that. In addition to that, I've had some lymphatic drainage issues down this side of my body related to the dental bridges. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable what improper dental work can do to your body. That has included some lymphedema in this leg. I have been obviously in chronic low-level fight or flight innervation, which I talk about a lot. I have gained probably about 20 pounds in the last year. I've gone through a case of the fuckets during the last 4 weeks of 4 months of the dental work. The pain was so severe and I was not able to sleep. So in addition to taking Tylenol several times a day because of a chronic headache I have due to a displacement of an implant screw on this side, which still has not gone away, I just couldn't sleep. So I'm taking Tylenol, tramadol, and having a drink of Bushmills before I go to bed. So if any of you think that I don't understand what you might be facing in your life and your ability to heal that, and the reason that we might, descend into drugs or drinking or whatever it is that we do to get through, I understand it. Fortunately, we have made a breakthrough with the dental work. My body heals pretty quickly. I'll get over this flu sometime this week. I'll begin to feel better. And as I begin to feel better, I'll be able to move my body more. I strongly recommend you not force your body to do workouts or to even go for a long walk if you don't feel like you've got the strength to do it yet. So I'm going to be tracking my journey. You're going to get a chance to see me lose this belly. I haven't been this heavy in years. My arms are flaccid. My face is puffy. You know, I look in the mirror and I just think, holy Christ, I look like hell. But I just turned 70, and my dear friend and mentor, Mary Beth Corbin, told me that you're now getting ready for a 7-year, renewal process that happens when you turn 70 in an astrological sense of the word. So anyway, this is me. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep you guys posted. I don't know how often I'll post on this, but I want you to see my progress and see if you can tell a difference in the way I look. I am also going to give you a non-pretty up view of my face so you can see that I have been haggard, and that's why I have been using Pretty Up, because I just feel like I look like hell. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to share my Learn and Heal concepts with you. We're getting ready to get into a full launch sometime in the next few months after completing a whole year. During this entire time of being this sick, I have literally rebooted my practice, created the online courses, and ways for me to teach you what I have learned over 45 years of studying Taoist medicine, Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic, natural lifestyle, natural healing, and bringing all that knowledge to you so that you can grow strong and be wise and raise healthy kids, stay off of medications, have kids that don't have to get medicated. There's so many disorders that I see that literally did not exist when my children were young. And so my heart goes out to you because I want this generation to be able to regain a foothold and get stronger and get healthier. Okay, thank you so much. Vanessa Goldine, Bridge to Health and the Awakening Evolved Learning Center.